This is the problem you sent me, Caroline, that asks me to complete the square. Now I'm assuming that this equation was set equal to 0. So to complete the square, the first thing you want to do is get all the terms that have an x by themselves on one side of the equal sign. Move any of the constants to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to move the 5 to the other side by subtracting 5. And 0 minus 5 is negative 5. So that's step 1. Move that constant to the other side. Step 2, you want the number in front of the x squared to be a 1, and if it isn't, factor it out. So pull that 2 out in front, and then divide out each of those terms that I've underlined by that number. So 2x squared divided by 2 is 1x squared, and 4x divided by 2 is 2x. And then leave some space for you to add something to make that a perfect square trinomial. 3, and we were doing this with our circles today as well. Take that number in front of the x and divide it by 2 and square that answer. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. That's what you need to add. But be careful. You put that plus 1 inside the parentheses in this case, but everything in the parentheses are being multiplied by 2, so you really just added 2 to the left side of the equal sign, so you have to add 2 to the right side. Last step, this inside the parentheses is a perfect square trinomial. It will factor down to a binomial squared. And what you do is you just take the square root of the first term, which will be x, the square root of the last term, which will be 1, and you bring down the sign of the middle term, which is a plus. You leave everything else the same. Negative 5 plus 2 on the right is negative 3. So you've completed the square here to determine the vertex form of this parabola. So let me take it one step further. We talked today about the fact that, well, no, let me not take it one step further. If you have questions about the vertex, just let me know.